You are listening to the Life Coach Business Podcast, episode number 99. Welcome to the Life Coach Business Podcast, a show for coaches who are ready to up-level their business and take their impact, leadership, and results to a whole new level. If you're ready to start taking powerful action and become the leader your business needs in order to grow and thrive, this show is for you. I'm your host, Amanda Karlstad, certified life and business coach and entrepreneurial leadership expert. Now let's get down to business. Hello and welcome everyone. So glad to have you join me today. I am super excited you're here. I hope you're doing well. Wherever you are listening from, especially those of you who are new listeners, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Before we dive into our topic today, I want to remind you that I have an amazing resource for all of you. It's a free resource. It's called The 3 Vital Shifts Every Life Coach Needs to Rapidly Scale Their Practice. And y'all, it's completely free. It's a 3-part private podcast series where I go deep into 3 vital shifts that I have learned over the past few years that every life coach needs in order to get to that $1 million level. So if your desire is to grow a highly successful coaching practice, one that not only allows you to make a huge impact, but also generates major revenue, then I want to invite you to subscribe to the private podcast. And you can do that by going to amandakarlstadcoaching.com/3 Vital Shifts podcast -2. We're going to link that up in the show notes as well for you. But I want you to go there and I want you to listen to this series. It is so good. And I've been getting so much amazing feedback from so many of you. So I want to encourage you, if, again, you desire to build and grow a highly successful practice that really allows you to build the lifestyle that you want, I want you to go to this link. And so keep in mind that this private series, because it's a private series that you can't access anywhere else, know that you have to go to that page that I gave you. And again, we're going to link that up in the show notes. But I want you to know that this is high-level teaching. It's high-level strategy. It's high-level concepts that I go very in-depth in. And I honestly, if your goal is to grow and scale your business to that level, to that 7-figure level and beyond, which I know so many of you and all of my clients want to do, then this series is for you. So once again, go to amandakarlstadcoaching.com/3 Vital Shifts podcast -2, and you'll be able to just follow the prompts and get access right there. I'm super excited for you to listen to the series, and I'd love to know what resonates most with you. All right. So today I want to talk to you all about belief beyond current results. So this is a topic that, as I was thinking about today's episode, as I was thinking about what I wanted to bring to you today and teach you, it was a topic that I felt really inspired to bring to you today. And the reason for that is because I know so many of you are working towards some really big goals in your business. And some of you I know are working towards some really major life goals as well. And so if you're like most of my clients, I know that so many of you listening have extremely big goals that you've set. You've got extremely big dreams when it comes to your business and the level of impact that you want to make. And with that impact, I also know that so many of you also want to not only serve a lot of people, but also make a lot of money in doing this to create amazing wealth in the process. And I just want to tell you, if that is you, if that's resonating with you, then I want you to know that you're totally in the right place here. Because the truth is that is really the core of my work with my clients. It's truly building not only the foundation, but building and growing a business and a brand that's in full alignment to you, that makes a huge impact and ultimately creates millions of dollars in the process. This is honestly what I do. And so in my work with clients, being able to have a level of belief that is beyond their current results is a very important part of the process. And it's one of the reasons that I wanted to bring this topic to you today, because what I observe in the coaching industry, and this is even with entrepreneurs, business owners in general, whether or not you're even a coach, is that there tends to be what I would call this conditional level of belief when it comes to your results, when it comes to your business and what you think you either can or can't achieve. And I think this is especially true if it's a big goal. It's especially true if it's a goal that requires a level of growth from you that you've never achieved before. So I like to think about this in terms of impossible goals. I've done podcasts on impossible goals. I think they're wonderful and extremely important. So an impossible goal, just for those of you that may be new, is a goal that requires you to stretch beyond your current capacity. It requires that you become that next evolution of yourself. And very often it's a goal that when my clients or when I observe coaches in general think about the achievement of their goal, it's something in most cases that brings a lot of excitement, right? It's something that is met with a high level of anticipation, a feeling of accomplishment. And when I observe clients or, again, coaches in general thinking about their goals, whether that's building and growing their business to that $1 million level, or if it's another business for that kind of matter, there's a certain level of anticipation that comes with the goal, right? The anticipation of what that will feel like, what that will mean once those results are achieved, right? Once that actually happens, how your life will change as a result of hitting and achieving that goal. And I want to tell you this. I do think that spending time anticipating that future result, your future business, is very, very important. It's very important to spend time at the destination where you want to go, envisioning your future business and operating as if that future business already exists. But what I'm talking about here today is just as important as spending time with that future version of your business, whatever that might look like for you. It's just as important to be spending time and directing your thoughts and your energy towards your belief in your ability to achieve that goal. So this is what I call spending time in your belief beyond your current level of results, despite whatever your current results are. So for example, you might be in a place right now where you have enrolled clients, where you've experienced some level, some degree of success in your business, and it might even be substantial success, what the industry would kind of consider substantial success, right? You might already be at that six-figure level or beyond. You might have already proven that you're capable of building your business, let's say, to that consistent $10,000 or more per month. But what I want to tell you is that on your journey, as you work to grow your business to that next level, right? So in the scaling process, very often it's going to require that you believe beyond your current results. It's going to require that you believe in your capacity and your business's capacity to reach that next level. And this is very, very important to understand because the results in your business will be the effect of your belief. And the level of belief and the level of consistency that you apply that belief, that you spend time in that belief, that you hold as you work to take your business to that next level is what is going to determine the results. But here's what I see happen. What I see happen so often is that in this pursuit of the goal, that there are inevitable challenges that do come up, right? There will be inevitable challenges that in so many cases are going to require that you evolve, that you change, that you become that next version of yourself. It requires to also evolve your strategy in your business. And in some cases, it might even mean restructuring your program. It might mean restructuring the way that you market or just the way that you do things. It might mean that you take different types of risks. that you learn something new that requires a lot of time, that requires a lot of mental space. And what I want to say about this is this, my friends, this is all a given in this process. And the reason I think this topic is so vital to your success is because unless you are willing to believe beyond your current results, unless you are willing to cultivate your belief in the result that you do want, despite what your current circumstances are, despite what your current results are, versus spending time on the results that you currently have, right? This is the only way to cause those results to happen. And I want to emphasize that again, because unless you're willing to do this work, unless you are willing to cultivate your belief in the result that you want, unless you're willing to believe, again, beyond your current level of results versus spending time on the results that you currently have, this is the only way to cause those results that you most want to happen. So I did a podcast similar to this topic a while back on the topic of cause and effect. It was episode number 68. And I highly recommend you go back and listen to that episode, because in this journey of being an entrepreneur, it is very important that as the leader of your business, that you understand that you operate from the truth that you are the cause, right? And your results, so AKA the results in your business, are just the effect of that. So if we take this into consideration and understand that as a business owner, as the leader of your business, that you have full control over your results, understanding that you have full control over the results you either have or don't have, this is actually a very empowering thing if you think about it. And I want to encourage you all to take pause for a minute if you need to and really think about what I just said. And consider that what I'm offering here to you surrounding the importance of believing beyond your current level of results is so, so vital. And here's what I also want to say about this, and I want to bring your attention to. In the pursuit of growing and scaling your business, you will face challenges. You will fail. And it's in those moments where your belief beyond your current results will matter even more. It's in those moments where it might feel like nothing is working in your business, or that launch that you'd been planning for months and leading up to it, it ended up just not producing what you wanted it to produce, right? It just ended up not being what you wanted it to be. It could be you're heading into the fourth quarter of the year, which we are right now, and you're realizing, wow, I'm not on track for where I wanted to be this year, right? It's in these moments that I encourage you to really listen to what I'm saying here and lean in even more and cultivate your belief beyond your current results even more fiercely. Because what will not create the results you want is by lowering your standards. What will not create the results you want is by lowering your standards in terms of where you want to take your business. And I see this happen very often, right? When we go into the pursuit of a certain goal, whether it's a launch or it's something where we are gearing up for a big move in our business, and when it doesn't go as planned, we start to then lower our standards in where we want to take things. We start to lower our expectations of success in our business. Okay. So your standards in terms of how you are choosing to show up in your business is vital. Your standards in terms of the impact that you want to make in this world through your business and with your clients. Yet this is exactly what I see happen so often, is that there's this tendency, the reaction is to start to lower standards for what you believe is possible. It's starting to allow the doubt what it is surrounding what it is that you most want to create when you are starting out on this journey, right? So it's allowing that doubt to really creep in. And what quickly happens is that there becomes this conditional level of belief that appears, that very often it's not a conscious decision, but it's a conditional belief that whatever that goal was, whether it was building the business to 1 million or any other goal that requires significant personal and business growth, there's a level of thinking that starts to seep in that becomes very conditional, where certain parameters get placed on the business. Like, for instance, if I don't generate, X amount of revenue by such and such a date, I'm going to go do something else, or I'm going to take a step back, or I'm going to put things on pause, or I'm going to change course. And what I want you all to really understand here is that whenever this starts to happen, and whenever those types of conditions or parameters are then acted upon, in most cases, what's actually happening, the truth of what is happening, is that you are taking yourself further away from your goal. You're slowing any momentum that you might have had. That maybe even though things aren't at the level that you initially wanted, but instead you've made the choice to focus on what's not working. And I do want to be clear here that as a business owner, it is important that you're continually assessing the things in your business and making sure that you're fully aware of what is working and what is not working in your business. But what I want you to be really careful of is that you also don't just start to lower your standards, meaning anytime you lower your standards, what's happening on an internal level is that you're telling your subconscious, especially that those goals that you had originally set, those goals that were so important to you starting out at the gate, that they're no longer important, that you no longer believe that you're capable of achieving them. And the result of that is it greatly impacts your self-concept. And when this starts to happen, when those standards start to get lowered and your self-concept starts to dissipate, it becomes even more difficult to show up powerfully in your business. It becomes even more difficult to execute any strategy at a level that's congruent with the level of results that you want to create. And things will seem so much harder. There will be so much more quote unquote mind drama that will feel even more insurmountable. Executing on the daily things that need to happen in the business are going to feel increasingly more and more difficult. But here's the great news with all of this. All of that can be solved by choosing to believe beyond your current results. All of the struggle, all of the difficulty, it only comes back to how we decide to perceive it, how we choose to respond to the challenge, and how we choose to direct our brain and our energy and our time towards what it is that you want to create, and choosing to not be at the effect of your current results, but making the choice instead to create what it is that you most want to create. The results you most want will follow your belief. So I want to encourage you, go out and believe beyond your current results this week. See what you're capable of. See what's available to you when you do this work. I can't wait to hear what you're able to create. All right, my friends, have a beautiful week. I'll talk to you all again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Life Coach Business Podcast. If you want to learn more about how to build, grow, and scale your business and accelerate your results, visit amandacarlstadcoaching.com.